Hey guys, today we will be learning the basics of radicals. A radical is a square root, a cube root, etc. The parts of a radical are the index, the coefficient, the radicand, and the radical symbol. The index tells you what root you are finding. Sometimes there is no index given. That means it's a square root. Let's look at blank of 16. We would look at the index and see there is none, meaning it's a square root. So what times itself equals 16? Well, that would just be x times x is equal to 16. Or x squared is equal to 16. What fills in for x? What would make this statement true? Well, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Or 4 squared is 16. So the square root of 16 is 4. What if we had the blank root of 27? It's the same thing. We look at the index, and we see that the index is 3. And now we do x times x times x is equal to 27, or x cubed is equal to 27. So what fills in for x? Well, 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 27. And 3 to the power of 3, which is just x to the power of 3, is 27. So the cube root of 27 is 3. The next part of a radical is the coefficient. The coefficient of a radical is the monomial that is being multiplied by the radical. So 3 square roots of 144. Well, 3 would be the coefficient. 3 would be the coefficient because 3 square roots of 144 is just 3 times the square root of 144. The radicand is the monomial which you are finding the root for. So it is the value inside the radical sign. The radical sign is just this sign. So 3 times the square root of 144. What's in the radical sign? 144. So that would be our radicand. A radical expression is in simplest form if no perfect squares other than 1 are factors of the radicand, no fractions are in the radicand, and no radicals are in the denominator of a fraction. No perfect squares are factors of the radicand, meaning the square root of 36 is not in simplest form. It's not in simplest form because 6 times 6 is 36. That's a perfect square. So the simplest form of the square root of 36 is 6. We won't be focusing on fractions in the radicand and no radicals and denominators of fractions, but just know if there's a fraction in the radicand, like the second bullet point, and or there's a radicand in the denominator of a fraction, like the third bullet point, it is not in simplest form. Those are the basics of radicals. I hope I helped in making math a little less hard for you. Bye!